Semi-different environment today. I'm actually at my mom's house visiting for a bit. But I did want to get this quick video out about Abigail because I saw it last night and I don't want to get my review. I was just a little late already. I really was anticipating a lot from this movie, and I think the trailers are ironically what made me excited because the trailers made it one of my most anticipated of the year. With that being said, I think you should watch this movie without watching any trailers. Ironically enough, I think you should avoid any marketing of this because I think the marketing of this movie really kind of shot some surprises and really great moments of this film in the foot. And I would appreciate the fact that I just wish we got trailers that didn't spoil it, even though ironically a lot of the things that pull audiences in for this movie are spoilers. This movie really is interesting because my flaws with it don't even come from the movie itself. I actually love this movie. I think Abigail's a fantastic horror movie and really unique and fun with its premise that you should all go check out because it's a blast, it's self-aware, it's absurd, it knows what it is, but it also has moments of seriousness that really work for its elevated horror style. And what's great about Abigail is that it's a slow build. It's a slow build to a conclusion that's really interesting to watch unfold, and I like the characters and the ensemble cast this movie has. It's a true ensemble cast with one mainly, yes, in sort of the forefront, and that's played greatly by Melissa Barrera. She's fantastic in this movie. She is the Scream Queen of modern time. She was great in this movie, and she's still great in other horror movies beyond Scream, and I'm glad to see that she is still excelling in that, because she's fantastic in this movie. Her character is grounded, her character is tangible. I really bought her struggle, and I liked what she was going for, and I loved her motivations in this, and I like that this movie was aware enough to not just fill you in on everything right away. This movie isn't just filled with exposition. There are moments of exposition, but it always feels character-driven and in the moment for enlightening us to a character and what they're up to and why they're doing what they're doing. And it never feels forced or ham-fisted. The general crew among these characters, basically this movie starts off, and the basic premise you should know about it is that it's a heist movie. That's really all you should know going in. It's a heist movie where a heist goes wrong, and now characters have to deal with that. If you don't watch the trailers and if you somehow avoided the trailers, continue not to watch them and just watch the movie as it is and know that it's a heist film that goes wrong. And that's really the best thing to know about it, because watching these characters and the way they react to the absurd situations and the horror at hand make this movie have its personality. I love the way the characters in this movie react to the scenarios because none of them are really the best people. They're all kind of criminals doing a fucked up thing, but that's what makes it interesting is you want to figure out and you're trying to cherry pick who maybe is the most somewhat redeemable one out of this group compared to the others. And it was a lot of fun trying to pick that out. And I also thought the characters played with tropes in a way that was self-aware. It really worked for what this movie was going for. For example, we have the hacker teen trope, the runaway teenager that knows how to hack stuff, and basically she plays that up to its absurd degree, but the movie doesn't lack heart with her. I think that's where this movie makes the characters stand out among just annoying stereotypes or tropes of characters, because there are a lot of moments where there is genuine heart, there's genuine sincerity among the cast, and I do love those scenes as well. I never felt like they were tonally distracting from the horror at hand that was going on as well. Because this movie gets bloody, it gets gory at times, and there's a lot of insane, absurd, horrific moments that do great in terms of effects, in terms of raising the tension. But on top of that, anytime this movie would take a break for a laugh or do something to where the cast was, say, reacting to something and being self-aware of it, it didn't feel like it was pulling the tension away. I never felt like the tension of a moment was ruined because of that. And that's something this movie could have really fallen into the trap of. Also, shout out to Alicia Ware. She gives one of the best little girl performances I've seen in years. She is so good in this movie. There is one long scene with her where it's just great scene work back and forth where she's just setting the mood and the tone of the film itself. And I love seeing how her character would bounce off with other characters and their dialogue and their back and forth it felt so believable, so buyable, and I just loved her performance. One of the best performances I've seen all year, hands down, for sure. She verbally walks toe-to-toe with every adult in this movie, and it's damn impressive to watch, and I loved every second of it. And this movie has twists and turns. There's a lot of angles this movie I thought was gonna go. Anytime I thought this movie was going towards a predictable route or going somewhere slow, it's like the movie would read my mind and then take a left turn or do something unexpected to really keep me on my toes, and I love when a movie can do that, when it feels like it's just reaching into your brain, taking that criticism you're about to have, and just pulling it out and be like, nope, we got it, don't worry. A lot of moments like that in Abigail are rewarding in that sense, and I just overall love this movie. It's one of my favorites of the year. I don't really have a lot of flaws with it. I think it's paced really brilliantly. I love the way the movie unfolds its characters. I like the style of it. I love the atmosphere. I love the direction, the timing, the comedy, the horror. All of it worked for me in such a unique and satisfying way. I love this movie. I had a blast with it. I think it does exactly what it needs to do, and a lot of my flaws don't even come from the movie. It comes from the marketing. The marketing just showed way too much, and I think if you go into this movie blind, you will have such a fun time with Abigail. I kind of wish I didn't see the trailers, I really had a blast with this movie. If you like a good self-aware horror movie that also still carries its tension and wears its self-aware edge on its sleeve, but in a fun way, you will love Abigail. It's one of my favorites of the year. Go check it out. Thank you for watching Skydomain Reviews. Spoiler-free review here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.